Hey you! What kind of mother are you? Seriously? This is just unbelievable. You've completely failed as a mother. Excuse me? Who is this? I have no idea why I am being confronted like this. You must have the wrong person. Please be more careful when sending messages next time. Wow! Wrong person? Don't you think you need to apologize to me first? I'm pretty sure I've got the right person. Just look at how you've raised your son. My son? I don't have a son. Yes, you do. Stop lying. Do you think you can get away with acting dumb? I'm Julia. I'm your son's girlfriend. What? Well, technically, I'm his ex-girlfriend, though. I've been through a lot because of your son, and it's all because of how you raised him. Ex-girlfriend? What are you talking about? Do you still think I got the wrong number? I used to date your son, George. Don't tell me you don't know your own son's name. What? George's ex-girlfriend? Hold on. You are a lady? Obviously! That's so rude. You're just as much of a scum as your son. Did George do something to you? Yes, he did. He did something terrible to me. He betrayed me. I was deceived into a marriage scam by George. Marriage scam? Your son dwindled me out of $300,000 in a marriage scam. My son did that? $300,000? Yes, he did. When I confronted him about it, he said he'd been taught since childhood to extort money from women. According to him, everything he did was on his mother's orders, so it wasn't his fault. He also mentioned that he always felt guilty. What? He said that to you? Yes, and I have it recorded on a voice recorder. Wow, I'd love to hear that. No way! I'm keeping this as evidence. I can't trust what you might do with it. If I give this to the police, you and your son will both go to jail for a marriage scam. You wouldn't like that, right? That's why I want you to take responsibility. Responsibility? Yes, for what you've done. What do you mean? Repay the $300,000 now. I'll consider that as settlement money. Also, since I'm pregnant, take responsibility and pay child support. You're pregnant with George? You're kidding, right? This is no joke. Why would I make a joke about it? George promised to marry me. I trusted him and loved him, so I lent him $300,000. And yet, when I told him about the pregnancy, he said he had no intention of marrying me and ran away. I bet he's hiding in your house right now, isn't he? Well, he's here in my house. See? I knew it. So that confirms that you two are accomplices in the crime. I will never forgive you and your son. Enjoy your peace while it lasts. Because once I submit this evidence to the police, it's over for you. Is that so? Well, go ahead and do as you please. Oh, really? You're trying to make me lower my guard and steal the voice recorder, aren't you? Or maybe you're thinking of blackmailing me. But I'm not afraid of you. Justice will prevail. What are you talking about? You two are filthy, despicable criminals. You'd take any terrifying means to avoid getting caught by the police, right? I know what you're thinking. I'm just taking righteous action against a scammer. I'm offering to settle things out of court. I'll drop the marriage scam charges if you return the $300,000. I'll get rid of the evidence too. Also, I'll raise the child by myself. So please pay child support to me. It's that easy, you know. Think carefully about whether you'd prefer to go to jail with your son or pay $300,000 in child support. You're contradicting yourself in so many ways, aren't you? Whatever. Just do whatever you want. Please submit that so-called evidence to the police. Are you sure about that? Anyway, I'll make sure you and George take full responsibility. Repay the $300,000 in child support. Anything else is non-negotiable. I see. I'm pretty sure there's a misunderstanding. Please give me some time to talk to my husband first. There's no way I'm wrong, but whatever. If your husband found out that his son was a filthy marriage scammer who exploited people for money, I don't know what would happen to you, you know? You're fine with stealing from others, but desperate to save yourself, huh? You are indeed a vile criminal. If everything you say is a lie, then you're the one committing fraud. It's not a lie, so it doesn't matter. Just give me $300,000 in child support. Hey, honey, are you done with your work? Not yet. I have to finish writing a report about my business trip today. I can't wait to go back home, honey. Me too. I know you are busy, but there's something I need to talk to you about. What's wrong? I got a weird message from someone today. According to that person, George was involved in a marriage scam. And now, the woman he conned out of $300,000 is pregnant. What? George did that? And the woman is pregnant? What the hell is going on? She said her name was Julia and claimed that she was George's ex-girlfriend. According to her, I instructed George to take the money. So she's demanding compensation and child support. Did you agree to pay? Of course not. I thought so. It's probably just a prank. Don't take it seriously. George wouldn't do something like that anyway. Or maybe there's been some misunderstanding. I also think there might be some misunderstanding. She even said that she has a voice recorder with George's confession recorded on it. She's all fired up to take it to the police and file a complaint. I find it hard to believe that she'd be so confident with a bold lie like that. I don't know. Some people do, don't they? There's no way our son would do such a thing. It's obviously a lie. Maybe that person, Julia, is the scammer? Maybe. But the fact that she knew my contact information scares me. I don't recognize the name Julia. Is my personal information leaked to scammers? Do you know any woman named Julia? Nope. I don't think I knew anyone by that name either. I see. I don't know what to do now. If she's really a scammer, she might be using a fake name. Anyway, I'll be back home tomorrow. You know, it might be a good idea to take George and stay somewhere safe tonight. You're right. Julia might know our address, so I'll contact my parents and have Dad come pick us up. Yeah, that's a good idea. Also, it might be best not to reply until we figure out how she got your number. If anything happens, you should report it to the police immediately. Just be careful, okay? Okay, I will. I'll get ready to leave right away. Good. If anything happens, let me know right away. I will. I'll let you know when I arrive at my parents' house. Okay, take care. Hey, where's the $300,000 in child support? Did your husband leave you because he found out you were a scammer? Don't tell me you don't have money to pay me. Even if that's the case, it's your own fault. I won't forgive you until I get the money. Look! Look how big my belly has gotten. Do you realize that my baby is your grandchild? Raising your son to be a scammer and taking money from him? What kind of mother are you? Pay up the $300,000 in child support now. If you don't pay today, I'll submit the evidence to the police. If that happens, both you and George will end up in jail. If you don't want that, just pay me now. Honey, look at this photo. Doesn't it look familiar?
Wait, no way.
It's crazy, right?
Maybe we can find out who this person is.
Yeah, maybe we can find out who she's referring to about George.
Yeah, you're right. I'll ask around on my way home from work.
Thank you. Please be careful, honey.
I will. See you soon.
Hi, Julia. Finally, you replied. Oh well, I already filed a complaint for marriage scam. I'll make your son take responsibility. Let me tell you something. George is a cat. What? I should have clarified that sooner, but it's your fault for not checking the fact too, you know? What do you mean? You got my contact information from one of the regulars at the bar, right? How did you know? I recognized the location in the photo you sent. It was taken at the bar my husband and I frequent. You're Julia Davis, an employee at that bar. How did you know my full name too? I explained the situation to the manager of the bar and he told me. Then I checked with the person who gave you my contact information. Apparently, you told that person that George caused trouble with a young lady. Actually, he asked me if I had heard from you. I corrected him saying that George is a house cat, so of course, he didn't cause any trouble with the lady. Are you kidding? A cat? But I heard you were bragging about buying a new house for George. And you even bought him a condo. Do you mean a $100 cat condo? Stop lying. You said George was your family, your son. I heard you guys happily chatting at the bar. George is a male cat, so for my husband and me who don't have children, he's our precious son. What the hell? So George is really a cat. Oh my God. I wanted to meet George, so I worked at the bar to gather information. I overheard conversations about a house and a condo for George. And since it sounded like it was from a wealthy family, I was sure it was George I was looking for. I see. So it's all your misunderstanding. Oh my God, it can't be true. The George you mentioned is your college friend, right? He comes from a wealthy family. Yes, you know him? I heard it from the manager. Apparently, George got a job at an overseas company 5 years ago, and he hasn't returned since then. I heard that you shared that story with the manager. It's obvious that you couldn't be pregnant with this child. So what were you thinking with all these marriage scams and pregnancy claims? Damn it! Yeah, you're right. It's all a lie. I knew it. It's all George's fault. When we were in college, no matter how much I confessed my feelings to him, he wouldn't take me seriously. And to make matters worse, he started dating another girl. He went abroad without telling me anything, and he hasn't contacted me since. Don't you think that's terrible? Well, it's hard for me to judge because I don't know anything about it. I hated him so much for looking down on me. I heard about his family living in this town, so I moved here to seek revenge. If I couldn't have George himself, I thought I could at least extort money from George's parents and feel better. And yet, I can't believe all the stories that I heard were about a cat. I had no idea that it was actually about a completely different George. Expecting people to believe in a pregnancy or marriage scam involving someone they haven't seen for years, why would you even think they'd believe you? I thought it would work if I had evidence. The recorded proof that his mother threatened him and committed marriage scam. But that's fabricated, right? You ask somebody to make a fake voice record, And the pregnancy was a complete lie too. You got help from your coworkers, stuffed padding into your clothes to make you look pregnant, and then took a photo, right? Your manager saw everything. I showed him the photo that you sent me. He mentioned he always thought you were a bit odd, but he never imagined you'd commit a crime. He also said he's going to fire you. What? Why? I didn't commit any crimes. You misused customers' personal information, threatened them, and slandered them. Furthermore, you fabricated evidence about George. I've filed a police report, and I'm sure the police will be on their way soon. You might not face criminal charges, but at the very least, you'll be forced to leave the bar. Abusing customers' personal information is the biggest taboo in the service industry. Why would you do such a terrible thing? I'm a victim hurt by George. I have a right to revenge, don't I? This time, I just made a mistake about the target. Please make your excuses to the police. No, don't report it, please. Just explain that it was a misunderstanding to the police. We have your photo, testimonies from people at the bar, and screenshots of our conversation. You can't just say it was a misunderstanding. You should have been more careful with handling personal information before thinking about revenge. Julia was arrested by the police and, during interrogation, it emerged that she had committed several other crimes in addition to our case. She had been stalking a married man resembling George among the bar customers, and was also embezzling money from the cash register. Since the offenses came to light, she ended up in jail. The bar owner and Julia's parents offered us apologies, and the matter was resolved. Nevertheless, out of caution, we decided to relocate. We had been considering moving to a larger house for George's benefit, so it worked out well. George is lounging around today without a care in the world about our human drama. Watching him like that puts my mind at ease.
Hey, what's up with the lunch you packed today? Seriously, making another crappy one again? Is this some kind of harassment? Gotta eat this and still work through the afternoon. Can't you think about me for once?
You're texting me about this again?
What's wrong with that? It's your fault for feeding me disgusting food, you know.
You're always complaining, but end up finishing it every time. Besides, I had it too, and it was delicious. No matter what I pack for you, you just have to nitpick, huh?
Ugh, maybe your taste buds are messed up. I'll tell you it's good if it actually is. You know, I'm on the fast track to promotion, right? To make me eat such awful stuff? What do you get out of it?
Are we done? I'm busy too, you know.
Are you kidding me?
You're constantly texting me like this every day. Don't you ever get bored?
What's with that holier-than-thou attitude of yours? You keep making me eat terrible stuff. I have no choice but to tell you.
By the way, what's so bad about it?
Everything from the texture to the taste. It's so mushy and bland. Don't make me eat stuff like this. You're done as a housewife if this is all you can make. Haha.
You mean you're done?
If I made it, there's no way it'd be this bad.
That's not what I meant. I'm saying as a son, you're done.
What are you talking about?
You know your mom made you your lunch today.
You're kidding, right?
Nope, not kidding. She made a bunch, so she shared it with us. You don't even recognize the taste of what your mother, who gave birth to you and raised you, made. I don't want you telling me I have messed up taste buds. If you have an issue with it, talk to her directly instead of me.
Well.
Jeez. You were saying how busy you are with work heading into the end of the year, right? If you have time to bother me with this nonsense, go finish your work already. Hi, Patricia. Do you have a moment? Yes. Hi, Rose. What's going on? Have you finished work for today? Yup. Since it's nearing the end of the year, work has settled down. I finished cooking dinner a little while ago, and I'm just taking a break. Oh, good. I want to talk to you about the Christmas party. By any chance, is it about the cake? If so, I'm planning to wake up early and bake. I have everything ready. Oh, you're so reliable, but I've decided to order instead this year. I just want to let you know. I feel bad that you're all prepared. No problem at all. By the way, are we expecting a lot of people this time? Yeah, it's also Grandma's 70th birthday. Since some relatives we don't often see will be there, it's going to be about 20 people in total. When I saw you and Olivia the other day, we talked about how baking the cake this year would be a lot of work, remember? Yeah, I was planning to make it myself at that point, but Michael suggested it'd be too much to do it myself. We decided to order it from our favorite pâtissier. Really? It's the one you've mentioned before, Michael's friend, right? I'm thrilled. Thank you so much. Come to think of it, we should have done this for last year's Christmas too. Last year? Why? I felt really bad for putting so much burden on you. You know, I injured my wrist and couldn't use my right hand around this time last year. I thought Olivia could help you, but then she had to go on a sudden business trip. You were left alone to handle everything. Oh, no worries. Michael helped out too. Yeah, right. He did a bit of washing dishes. He can handle simple cooking, but baking would have been a bit much. If anything, he would have slowed you down. His help with the dishes was really appreciated. You had it rough too, not being able to use your right hand and during the busy year-end period. I enjoyed baking it and even got better at piping cream. The best thing was that everyone loved the cake. Oh, you're so sweet. I'm really lucky to have you. Anyway, we've decided to order it this year. Hope you'll enjoy it. I'm already excited. All right then, let's catch up on Christmas Day. Thank you for letting me know.
Hey, what the heck are you thinking? What's up with these disgusting Christmas cakes? You have no talent in cooking and now you can't even make decent desserts? Are you seriously planning to serve these nasty cakes to everyone?
What are you ranting about? I'm at the supermarket getting drinks right now. I don't know what you're misunderstanding, but seriously, stop accusing me of stuff I didn't do, okay?
Nah, you made them, so you should know.
So what are you talking about?
It's obviously about the cakes. I peeked in the kitchen and found 2 giant ones.
Oh, the cakes.
Why are they so big?
Oh, haven't you heard? It's also for your grandma's 70th birthday. Since some relatives we don't see often are coming, it's gonna be like 20 people.
For real? I had no idea.
Oh, I thought you knew. So they're for 20 people.
I can't believe the amount.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
In a way, it's impressive, but seriously, did you have to produce so much garbage? Consider the ones who have to clean up, will ya?
What? Garbage?
These are definitely garbage, no doubt about it. Because you made for so many people, you thought you could cut corners? There's no way we're eating something that looks that nasty. Put yourself in the position of those who have to eat it. It's not just about the appearance. I tried a bit, and honestly, it was so bad that I had to spit it out.
Are you kidding me? You already eaten the cake? The party hasn't even started.
I was tasting it, or more like testing it.
Taste testing?
That nasty thing was like poison. You're trying to kill me and our relatives? I can't let my relatives eat such horrible cakes, so I dumped them in the trash.
Wait, you dumped them in the trash? Please tell me you didn't throw away all of it for 20 people?
Of course I did.
Unbelievable.
That's my line. How could you even make such nasty cakes?
I didn't make anything, you know.
You didn't?
It's not me who made the cakes. With so many people this time, and it being a gathering for your grandma's birthday also, your dad suggested ordering from a pâtissier.
Those were bought? Didn't you make it last year?
Yes, but only last year.
Oh.
It just happened that last year your mom's injury and your sister's business trip coincided, so I ended up making it alone. But the year before that, I made it with them. You seriously mistook the pâtissier's cake for mine? And saying it looks bad and actually tastes bad? How messed up are your taste buds?
Geez, it was just a mistake. No need to say that much.
Everyone in the family was looking forward to those cakes.
Really?
Do you not know about the pâtissier your parents love so much?
How should I know?
He's pretty famous, even appearing on TV. Your dad has known him for ages and asked for a special version despite the busy Christmas season. Everyone in the family was genuinely excited about it.
Oops.
So you threw away all the cakes from the famous pâtissier, huh?
Yeah, I did.
What were you thinking?
I didn't know about it. so oh well.
Oh well. Even if they were my cakes, even if they were bad, throwing them away is just outrageous.
Wait, it's getting noisy in the kitchen.
Maybe the relatives already arrived and noticed the cakes in the trash.
Oh man.
Where are you, Tommy? Everyone's looking for you.
Why are they looking for me? You didn't go around telling them I threw away the cakes, did you?
Of course I did. They were all shocked to find them in the trash. They wanted to know who was responsible. Of course I tell them the truth.
Why, we're married. You should be backing me up as my wife, right?
Hello? You mistook them as mine, didn't you?
Yeah, so?
Even if you made a mistake, it's not okay to casually throw away a cake you think your wife put effort into, is it?
Well, it's because you can't make anything decent. You didn't even properly taste it and say it's bad.
You just want to mess with me. If not, there's no way you'd toss away the cakes made by a patissier just because you think it tastes bad. You seriously think I'd defend you after all that?
I'm not messing with you.
Anyway, just come back already. Everyone knows you did it. There's no point in hiding.
Yeah, right. There's no way I can go back. If I do, what will everyone say? You created this messed up situation. It's all your fault.
How dare you say that? Well, I don't care what you say about me, so go ahead. Just apologize to everyone.
No way. I'm not the one at fault here.
What are you saying at this stage?
It's because you always cook such disgusting food that I ended up mistaking it for yours. See, it's all your fault. It's not me who needs to apologize, it's you. You better beg for their forgiveness, got it?
Patricia, I've searched everywhere, but he's nowhere to be found. How about you? I've searched high and low at my place, but no luck. Ugh, where could he have gone? Is everyone still there? Yeah, still here. They are pretty mad, though. They're all searching frantically, swearing they won't let him off easy. Well, of course. He ruined the celebration for Grandma's 70th birthday and Christmas, so obviously they're furious. Indeed, he should have apologized right away. Maybe everyone would have forgiven him. But no, he's hiding and trying to blame it on you. How did he turn out like that? You're such a great cook, better than me or Olivia. But he always complains about your cooking or throws away cakes, mistaking them for yours. It's insane. As a mother, it's embarrassing and shameful. Rose, please don't blame yourself too much. It's not your fault. He's an adult and is responsible for his actions. Yeah, thank you. But seriously, where could he be hiding? Not here or at your place. I can't think of anywhere else he could hide so quickly. Rose, I have an idea of one more place he might be. Oh, I just arrived there actually. I'm almost certain he's there. Really? Where exactly are you now? If my hunch is correct, it'll be an even harsher reality for you. I didn't want to come here on the day of Christmas and Grandma's celebration. What do you mean? I have a favor to ask. Can you gather the men who are there and come to the address I'm about to send? Got it. Tommy, give up already.
What are you talking about?
How about apologizing already in front of everyone?
Why should I? I told you to apologize, right?
Ugh, they all know you're the culprit. My apology wouldn't mean anything. I know where you are, you know.
Oh, quit lying. There's no way you could know.
You sound confident, huh?
Sure. Well, if you're willing to apologize to everyone, admitting you ruined the cakes, I might come out.
What makes you think I would do that?
How dare you defy me? You're not even sorry, are you? Then I'm not coming out, ever.
Fine by me.
Oh, yeah?
Didn't I say earlier I know where you are?
What nonsense.
Then let me tell you, you're hiding out at some woman's apartment, right?
What?
Her name is Laura, 32, working at your company's cafeteria.
How do you know about her?
Been suspecting you might be cheating for a while. You suddenly started saying my food was disgusting. You used to praise my cooking, saying how happy you were to have it every day. Then out of nowhere you start calling my food trash. Even if it wasn't me, anyone would find that suspicious. So I decided to hire a private detective. Turns out it was shockingly easy to uncover your affair.
Oh no.
Are you prepared?
For what?
Yeah, looks like the door's unlocked. All set. You're way too naive.
Wait, you don't mean...
Well then, with 10 relatives, including your parents, let's start the raid.
Oh no, you gotta be kidding me.
I want to apologize to you, Patricia. What happened? My idiot son really messed up, and I'm truly sorry. There's no need for you to apologize. As soon as we realized the cakes were ruined, you reached out to your friend and arranged for a cake for 20 people. It was a huge relief. Thanks to you taking charge and arranging everything again, everyone was happy. I'm really grateful that we were able to successfully celebrate Grandma's 70th birthday. I'm glad I could help. And yet, Tommy, I don't even know how I should apologize. Well, I've sent in the divorce petition form already, and my lawyer is drafting the terms now. If anything, I'm grateful that you helped with that raid. So please, don't apologize. Thank you. You're truly kind. Since Michael and I decided to draw a line this time, can I give you an update? Yes, of course. Draw a line? We're cutting ties with Tommy. Oh, really? He came begging for help, saying he didn't have enough savings to move and hire a lawyer at the same time, but we've had enough. He brought this upon himself, so he must figure it out on his own. You're right. Oh, and the parents of his girlfriend said they wanted nothing to do with her anymore. I see. In that case, it might not last long for those two. You think so too? Yes, not just because of the money, but once he learns the truth about her, he won't be able to take it. You're talking about that thing. Knowing him, he might contact you again as if nothing happened. Don't entertain him. That's my plan, but my lawyer advised against completely shutting him out for now, so I'll just ghost him instead of blocking him. That sounds like a plan. By the way, I haven't updated you on what happened during the raid. The parents of Tommy's girlfriend Laura also showed up, and the interrogation with both sets of parents and the relatives continued until late at night. It felt so good. I had already fallen out of love with Tommy, so I didn't hesitate to file the divorce and demand alimony. Tommy, in his parting shot, said something like, "Your crappy cooking is nothing compared to her amazing food." And then he went on to marry Laura. But about a month later, as expected, he reached out to me. He sent me a message saying, "If you come cooking for me, I'll forget about everything that happened. I'm even willing to remarry you." The way he was trying to one-up me was so ridiculous that I couldn't help but laugh. He must have learned about the truth only we knew. Turns out, Laura was only a kitchen assistant and had nothing to do with the cooking at all. Realizing she couldn't cook at all, he tried to come back to me. Of course, I kept ignoring his persistent messages. Then 3 months later, he messaged me again saying, "I've divorced her. I need you. I want to eat your food." I'm still ignoring him. After all, my cooking is terrible, you know. While things unfolded just as I expected, I decided to improve my cooking skills, which my former mother-in-law praised. I'm currently studying to become a nutritionist while attending school. I dream of having my own restaurant someday.
May, happy 42nd birthday! How does being one step closer to becoming an old woman feel? Oh, I mean, you're already an old lady, aren't you? Sorry!
Shut up, I'm working.
You're so cold. Poor old hag, over 40, single, abandoned by her parents. I felt sorry if no one wished you a happy birthday. After all, I am your lovely sister.
Oh, I see. Thanks. I've got an important business meeting, so I'm going to turn off my phone.
Huh? How can you ignore me, your cute little sister?
Unlike you, I'm working. You graduated from college. It's time for you to get a job instead of living off your parents' money.
Huh? Who do you think you are to tell me what to do, you old hag? Oh, I get it. You're an unattractive 42-year-old. You're jealous of me, a cute 22-year-old, right?
Huh?
Our parents remarried and you have a sister who is 20 years younger than you. And she's super pretty and super smart. We are so different. My parents loved me and paid for my college tuition. And they said I don't have to get a job after graduation. You were kicked out of the house before you graduated from college. You were living a miserable life, working part-time to pay for my tuition and living expenses. If you had such a pretty face, you could have been married quickly. But you are too ugly. I can't believe you are still single. I feel so sorry for you.
It was a hard time at the time to be kicked out of my parents' house. But now I'm glad I did. I learned what's right, instead of being influenced by insane family members.
You poor loser. I can understand why you're jealous, but that's so sad.
By the way, I'm getting married.
What? You're kidding, right?
I'm not.
What? Getting married at 42? Who are you marrying to? It must be a marriage scam. Are you okay?
He is a good person. You don't need to worry about me. Also, I'm not going to invite you guys to the wedding.
Why not? I want to go. I'm sure the guy you are marrying will be some ugly old man. I'll have a good laugh with Mom and Dad.
That's why I'm not inviting you guys. They kicked out and disowned me. After I'm married, I'm going to be a complete stranger to them.
That's not cool.
I don't want to hear from you anymore. I've got a business meeting. Bye.
This is really impossible. A 42-year-old hag marrying a 30-year-old company president? He's young, powerful, and famous. How in the world did you seduce him? You must be after his money. Hey, answer me. Well, okay. If you're going to ignore me, I'm going to have to show you the real world. Your fiancé is sleeping with me right now. I'm sorry I took him away. I'm sorry if you were trying to make a fortune. You must be frustrated, aren't you? You shouldn't have ignored me. A good, handsome young man should be mine. Our wedding is going to be in a month. Of course, I won't invite you, sister. He said he would dump you and never contact you again. You should stay single for the rest of your life. I'm so sorry. Bye.
Our wedding is next week. I'm nervous, but I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. You don't seem fine. What's wrong? Marriage blues? Or is there something else worrying you? Yeah. Look, don't get mad at me, but I need to ask. You're not cheating on me, are you? Huh? Wait, you're accusing me of cheating on you? I'm about to become your husband over the objections of my family. Why would I cheat on you now? I'm sorry I doubted you. But there's something that has been bothering me. What is it? I told you about my sister before, right? Yes, you did. Your lousy sister who kicked you out of the house? That sister contacted me to tell me that she took my fiancé. I know it's not possible, but I'm worried. I'm sorry. You don't have to apologize. But what does she mean? I'm not cheating on you with anyone. I've never met your sister. I'm too busy with work these days to have an affair. You know that, right? Yeah. Where are you now? At work. You're not with my sister, are you? Of course not. If you're worried, let's do a video call. You would feel better if you could see my office, right? Yes, I do. Yep, that's your office. I'm sorry I doubted you. I'm glad you've been cleared of your suspicions. But then, who is my sister talking about? He's a 30-something CEO, young, successful, famous, and he seems to know about me. I only told my sister I was getting married. I don't even know where she found him. Do you have any idea who he might be? Do you have any idea? There was this guy I met at a business seminar a long time ago who was close to my age. We didn't get along at all, but the other day he suddenly called me and told me he was getting married. It was a little weird. I'm sure you've met him before at some gathering. Is his wedding in a month? That's what he said. My sister said so too. So, is he the one your sister is talking about? It's so rude to confuse me with him. Is he a jerk? I don't really remember him. Sneaky, creepy kind of guy. He's more of a backhand guy than a company president. That kind of makes sense. What's he trying to do? I know. Why would he do that? Is he harassing me? Your sister might be, but the guy has no reason to harass us. That's creepy. Yeah, it is. Hey, you know what? Can I do some research on this? Huh? You? I mean, you want your wedding without any worries. I'm curious too. I'll look into it. Thank you. See you soon.
Are you kidding me? You're seriously going to have a wedding even though you were dumped? Wow, you're so miserable. Are you crazy? I mean, they know the groom isn't there and they're just going through with the ceremony? How scary. Are you using a mannequin as your groom? That's even scarier.
Good morning. What have you been saying all this time? The groom is here with me and we're in the middle of getting ready for our wedding.
What? You're meeting up with a mannequin and getting ready? It's terrible when your delusion goes that far.
Delusion?
Your fiancé is with me right now.
What?
Oh no, I told you before. I stole your fiancé. Did you forget? Has the brain of a 42-year-old hag already started aging? Or maybe you're so sad that you've lost your mind. My poor sister.
I'm perfectly normal. You're the one saying crazy things.
I'm going to say this now. A 40-something hag trying to get married to a rich guy is so gross. He likes younger women.
Oh really? I see.
You have no choice but to cancel the wedding today. Oh, he says he's going to marry me. He is leaving you.
No, your relationship and my marriage have absolutely nothing to do with each other.
Huh? What a loser. A 42-year-old hag has no right to marry a young executive. That's why I took it away from you. I will be his wife. By the way, I just went to the city office and registered my marriage.
I see. That's what you were after.
If you understand, why don't you call off the wedding? Your imaginary groom won't show up. It's really miserable. I'm the one having a wedding. Just admit the fact that you lost.
You know what? He's not the one.
What?
Or more accurately, he's not the president anymore.
Why?
I guess you didn't know. His company is going bankrupt.
Oh.
And of course, my fiancé is not the same person. My fiancé's company is doing well. You mistook my fiancé for someone completely different. He's playing you.
What? What the hell is going on? I don't understand.
I'll make it very simple and easy to understand. He wants you and your family to take over the debt from the bankruptcy.
What? What?
What made you think that he was my fiancé in the first place?
Because he told me himself. He said he was the president and your fiancé, but he was forced into it by an arranged marriage and really wants to marry a younger, more beautiful, talented woman like me.
He made it all up.
What?
Actually, it's the opposite. I'm 10 years older than my fiancé, and at my age, it's hard to have kids. His parents are against marriage and tried to break us up. But because he loves me, he overcame their objections and we got engaged. Then here we are, getting married.
What's that? So he was lying? Why did he call himself your fiancé?
Probably he was jealous of my fiancé.
Huh? What do you mean?
I heard they used to attend the same corporate seminar. Of their classmates, my fiancé was the most successful. On the other hand, your husband was the most unsuccessful. He started his own business, but the debts kept piling up and the company finally went bankrupt. That's when he heard about my husband's marriage. He tried to break us up by pretending that he was my husband. He tried to make it look like he was having an affair, to make it look like he was cheating on me.
What the?
We're not broken up after all, and we're about to get married, so the operation failed.
You're kidding. Then what am I? Was he just using me for a failed mission?
Don't worry, you're already worth something.
What? What do you mean?
I told you, he was just trying to get you to take on the debt. I'm sure he was surprised to find out that you were my sister. But when he found out who you were, he changed his plan. He decided to go with a more pragmatic and meaningful strategy. I mean, our family is kind of wealthy, so he decided to marry you.
You're lying.
You'll have to ask him. I'm pretty sure it's true. My fiancé used his contacts to find out. Your husband is not a careful man. He would talk about his plan over drinks or something.
So I'm being used by him all the time? I'm in debt? I can't even be the wife of the president?
That's right. Well, you tried to steal my fiancé just to harass me. You know, I think you two mean people are perfect for each other, don't you?
I don't like that. You're a 42-year-old hag. I can't allow you to be the president's wife. It's not fair. Give him to me. Bride change.
Well, absolutely not.
Now's the time to say something like that. I bet he'll fall for me when he sees how young and pretty I am. I'll take your husband away from you any day now.
So, do you want to come?
Of course I'll come. Where's the wedding?
Hawaii.
Hawaii?
Yes, Hawaii.
Are you having your wedding in Hawaii?
Yes. Well, it was nice talking to you. I'm going to have to leave now.
What's that? You're an old hag and getting married in Hawaii? I just learned my husband was not a president anymore. I'm married to a dull old man with debts. That's too unfair.
After the wedding, we left for our honeymoon. We returned to LA 2 weeks later. In the meantime, my sister was in a lot of trouble. First of all, she tried to cancel the marriage, claiming that her husband had cheated on her. Her husband refused it, and she had no choice but to start living with him as newlyweds. After that, I heard that they both asked my parents for money. The debt from the company's bankruptcy still could not be paid off. He also made my father borrow money from somewhere. My father was so overprotective of my sister, but that's way too much in my opinion. Later, he had reached the end of his patience. My parents disowned my sister and her husband. Her husband has no job now. My sister, who was hoping to become a rich wife, had to earn money. She could not work in a normal company because she lacked common sense. She is still looking for a job with her husband.
Chelsea, why don't you think about moving out soon? Brenda, what is up all of a sudden? I walked by your apartment a while ago, and I felt sorry for Natalie living in that small apartment. I see. I've been considering moving to a house at some point too. But since Natalie is still small, I think it might be better to wait a little longer before building our own home. That's not good. Your child should be raised in a spacious house. Plus, isn't your current place just too cramped for the three of you? So far, we're not planning on having a second child. That's not what I mean. What? Never mind. If you're considering moving, just go ahead and build a house already. James works for an elite company. You're not struggling with money, right? Well, yes. You're lucky you got to marry him. In today's world, there are more families with both working parents. You can stay at home all the time. I work too. Huh? Aren't you a stay-at-home wife? I believe I've explained this before. I work from home. Oh, I see. But you're probably not earning as much as my son, right? Working on those little side jobs at home isn't going to bring in much. It's almost like you're being supported financially. Hey, maybe lay off acting all high and mighty just because of a little side hustle. It's kind of disrespectful to my son, who's busting his butt out there, you know? Huh. Anyway, you should move out to a bigger place for the sake of your child. Do you want me to talk to James about it? Oh no, that's fine. We'll decide about the house together. I can't let that happen. I can't stand to see my son's family living in a place so small like a doghouse. As a mother, I can't just let that slide. A doghouse is a bit exaggerating. If you don't want it to be called like that, then build your own house. I don't get why you do insist on us moving. I'll talk to my husband about it. Chelsea, I heard the news. You bought a mansion, huh? You moved in without even telling me. Why didn't you tell me about it? I'm sorry, Brenda. I've been swamped with work and haven't had a chance to reach out. Plus, the house is a mess. I wanted to wait until things settle down before getting in touch. Oh dear, you sure talk big for someone who doesn't do much work themselves. James is supposed to be busier than you, but he managed to contact me just fine. I see. I'm impressed, by the way. You guys listened to me. You built a big house.
Yes, we did. I thought it was a bit soon, but we had some money saved up, so we decided to take the plunge and build.
You should thank James. He's been working hard to provide and build a big house. He's an excellent son, and I'm very proud of him. So, I'm thinking I'd like to pay a quick visit to your new house. Can I come tomorrow?
I'm afraid tomorrow might not work. As I mentioned earlier, work has been really hectic, and we haven't finished unpacking. I'd feel bad having you over while everything's still a mess. Can you reschedule once we're all settled?
What are you talking about? You're home all day. It won't take you long to clean up.
I've told you many times, I'm at home but I'm working.
You know what? You talk about work too much. Aren't you just making work as an excuse so you can get away from doing house chores? That's just not being a good wife. What's the point of getting married?
Even if you say so.
Why don't you just quit your job?
Huh?
If you have time for a job that seems like a hobby, why don't you focus on being a housewife?
I'm earning money, and I just can't quit like that.
How can you say that when you don't make much money?
I have a good income.
Anyway, I really want to see the new house as soon as possible. I don't care if you're working or not. I'll go tomorrow.
That's absurd.
Don't worry. Don't mind me. We're family. I can help myself and make tea or something if you're too busy.
That's not what it is.
If I keep worrying about your schedule, I'll never be able to visit. So I'll come by tomorrow. See you then.
Wait. Brenda, you can't just come over.
Wow, impressive. I had no idea it was going to be this big. With a train station and a supermarket nearby, this is a good location.
I'm glad you like it. Work got pretty backed up though.
Oh, are you saying I'm interrupting you from work? You're just playing with your computer.
I'm not playing. Never mind.
I'm relieved. With this much space, it should be no problem for a family of 4 to live comfortably.
Oh, 4 people?
I'll live with you.
What?
What are you so surprised about? Did you seriously intend to live in such a big house with just the 3 of you? Having extra rooms would be such a waste.
Oh no, that's not the case at all. We need a living room where the family can gather, separate rooms for the kids, a master bedroom for us. And of course, we each need our own workspace.
Working space for each?
Yes.
Wait, are you going to have your own workroom too?
I basically work from home.
Oh, look at you. You're a spoiled housewife, huh?
Huh?
I'll just use your room.
Where am I going to work then?
You're just on your computer anyways, so the living room is enough.
I can't work in the living room.
Can't you just move around with your laptop?
No, I have meetings online. I can't have you deciding on moving in with us without our consent.
James wants me to live with him.
Huh?
He didn't tell you?
No.
Well, that's understandable. You've been too busy with your work. You don't even have time to talk with your husband.
I don't think my work has anything to do with it.
James thinks the same way. He thinks it'll be great if I could help with the house chores. Poor thing. He's working hard and always tired from work. I can't believe you don't take good care of him. That's why I'm moving in. I'll take care of my son for you. It's beneficial for you too. I can help you with the house chores. I can take care of Natalie too. I mean, I can't leave you with the important task of raising my grandchild. I don't want them to grow up with a mother who doesn't take care of their father. That's not a good example. Please leave Natalie alone. I'm her mother. Anyway, I'm going to go back and pack my things now. Make sure you leave my room empty. I wouldn't let you have a room for yourself. That's absurd. I can't have you living here. Please reconsider. Why should I listen to you? It's okay because my son said so. He didn't say anything about you moving here. This is my house too. Hey, you do know where you stand, right? You're just the wife and I'm the mother-in-law, so just shut up and listen to me. How can you say such horrible things? James doesn't even act like a husband. I can't believe you're blaming James for this. We both work. He doesn't help me with the house. I do everything by myself. Also, it's your job as a wife. I've done everything for my husband since we got married. If I can do it, why can't you? You can't compare me to you. Are you looking down on me because I'm a stay-at-home wife? No, I'm not. I'm just saying that I work and earn money too. I just want a little help from my husband, that's all. I see. Now I know well how useless you are as a wife. Useless? I've spoiled you enough. You should be grateful you get to live with me. I'm going to give you a hard time teaching you how to be a wife. Chelsea, I just sent over my stuff. Of course you left my room open, right? I feel so happy. I've been alone and lonely since my husband passed away. But I'm looking forward to living with my son and his family. I'm so excited about it. Brenda, you really sent your stuff over? Yes, the movers are on their way. Why would you do such thing? What? I already told you about it. You and James discussed it without including me. So? James agreed to it. I don't see what's the problem. James built that house. Even my son is looking forward to me moving in. Let me tell you something. We won't live in that house. Huh? What do you mean? That house we built, we're moving out there soon. What nonsense are you talking about? Oh, I get it. You mean you're moving out there, right? Because you don't want to live with me, you're planning to move out and leave your family. That's fine, but you have to leave Natalie. I'll raise her to be respectful and a responsible child. I'll never let a mother like you see her again. I'm sorry, Brenda. What? I left with Natalie. We will never go back to that house again. Huh? What are you talking about? You don't know anything? Huh? James had an affair. An affair? No way! That's impossible! After we moved, I was cleaning up his stuff. Then, I found a receipt in one of his boxes. It was from a hotel. James rarely goes on a business trip, and I thought it was strange, so I confronted him. What? He calmly confessed about having an affair. He was having an affair with a girl who works at the bar he always goes to. Are you serious? I knew something was wrong the moment we started building the house. He started coming home late, saying he worked overtime. And when I found out, he probably felt relieved. You know what he said to me? He said, "I'm going to move in with her, and you have to get out of my house." Oh, but it's probably your fault. He neglected you because you're too busy with work. You didn't do your job as a wife. No wonder he gave up on you. You should give up on him too. I guess you have no choice but to leave. Oh no, he's not the smartest, you know. Are you saying he's stupid? Don't you dare talk about my son like that. How can he ask me to leave if it's not his house? What are you talking about? It's his house. Brenda, I think you're misunderstanding something here. I was the one who paid for everything. He never paid a single penny. Enough with the jokes. How can you afford it? You don't even have income.
So you think being a basic office worker at an elite company brings in money? Do you think you can afford to build a big house? Also, James is only in his 30s.
But James has been working hard and always stays out late at work. If he wanted to, he could afford to build a mansion.
It's impossible.
What?
He doesn't get paid as much as you think.
No way.
If he really was working late, he would have received overtime pay, right? But instead, he was lying about work and meeting up with his affair partner.
Are you saying you're making more money than James?
Yes.
But you're just playing with your computer.
I run a company.
You're kidding.
I told you about this before. I guess you don't remember. After graduating from college, instead of finding a job, I started my online shop. I outsource inventory management and product shipping. So basically, I can work with just one computer.
I see. I thought James paid for everything.
Too bad, huh?
At this point, I don't care who paid for it. I'm moving in with James and Natalie. So if you want to go, please go.
Well, it should be you and James who are leaving.
Huh?
James wanted to drive me out of the house, so he invited you to move in.
What are you talking about? I'm lost.
He knew I didn't want to live with you. By having you move in, he thought I'd be too afraid to stay because of your bullying. He thought that if he did that, he would have the house to himself. So he kept nagging about living together.
Wasn't it because he wanted me to help out with the house?
That's just his excuse. He used you to take the house away from me. But he's really not the smartest. I bought the house and it's under my name. Even if I leave, it won't become James's house. I'm pretty sure his plan was to kick you out after I move out. Sorry to break the news.
That's not true.
I left the house like he wanted. Since I have no intention of going back to that house, I decided to sell it.
Sell it? But you just built it.
Sad, right? I wanted to believe that his cheating was all in my head. But I've come to terms with it now, and I have no regrets. I'm divorcing James.
What? Divorce?
Having your wife pay to build a house and then cheating on her like it's nothing. And on top of that, letting his mother live with us without my permission. I don't need him. So I'll divorce him and sell the house.
I don't care what you say. What should I do?
That's not my problem. It was your idea to move in without my permission anyways. I guess you have no choice but to move back to your own house.
I don't have a home to go back to.
Huh?
I thought I was going to move in with you. So I decided to tear down the old house I'm living in. I've already hired someone to do it.
That's ridiculous. I never wanted to live with you.
There's nothing I can do about it. James said he'd live with me. I didn't know it was going to be under your name.
I see. Then you can live in my house for a little while, but you have to leave by the end of this month.
By the end of this month?
Yes. I already have a buyer lined up. Since it's a new house and in a good location, it was easy to find one.
No way. Chelsea, will you reconsider the divorce?
Hell no. I thought about it for the sake of my daughter. But then I realized I don't want her to grow up with a sloppy father like James. He is a scumbag who cheated on me and tried to take over my house.
I'll talk to James.
No, thank you. I am so over him. I can't stand him.
Don't decide everything on your own.
If you're not okay with that, feel free to take legal action.
Wait a minute. Please forgive my son.
I'm sorry, you have a stupid son.
I'm a victim too, you know. I've been deceived by my son. Please, help me. You're the only one I can rely on.
No way. You were trying to get rid of me too. You told me to leave my daughter and go.
I said those words in the heat of the moment. Please, I'm begging you, help me.
I refuse.
Chelsea?
I'll be filing for divorce and seeking compensation from James. As for the house, I've left everything to the realtors, so I don't think you'll be seeing me anymore.
So, this is it?
Please don't contact me again.
You're kidding, right?
Goodbye.
Brenda, wait! Help me!
After that, our divorce was successfully finalized. My ex-husband moved into an apartment with his lover. And of course, my ex-mother-in-law, who had nowhere to go, moved into the apartment. It seems the three of them have been forced into a miserable life. My ex-mother-in-law was unemployed. James's partner quit her job since they started dating. So he was left alone to support both of them. And since I was demanding alimony and child support, he couldn't afford to pay for their rent. They moved to smaller apartment with shared bathrooms. That miserable life stressed him out. They both seemed to fight every day. As for me, I sold my house and used that money to buy a cozy house. I'm still working from home at my own pace, while enjoying my life with my lovely daughter.
Oh my god, I was really surprised today. I never thought you would be at my new job. Yeah, I was surprised too. I never thought I'd be working at the same place as my niece. I guess we're really destined to cross paths after all, huh? Oh god, please no. Don't say such things.
You are so mean. Aren't you happy to be colleagues with your lovely niece?
Why would I be happy? Did you forget that you stole my husband?
Huh? Are you still holding on to the old grudge? That was over 3 years ago.
I will never forget what you did to me.
Oh, come on. Let's forget about the past. I left him a long time ago.
When I heard you got divorced, I was shocked. After stealing my husband, you dumped him in just a week.
It can't be helped. He wasn't the kind of man I hoped he'd be. Anyway, I was feeling kind of nervous at my new workplace. But I feel relieved to know that you are working there. You'll support me as my aunt, right?
Well, I can't change the fact that you were hired. I'll help you with work stuff, but nothing else. Don't contact me for anything other than work, okay?
Why not? We're relatives. Don't you love your lovely niece?
I'm not the kind enough person to be nice to a woman who stole my husband.
Whatever. You were so mean. That's why you lost your husband to your own niece.
Say whatever you want. Goodbye.
Hey, Francesca! I have something I want to ask. Is now a good time? Hey! Are you ignoring me? You were always mean to me. It's something related to work, so please respond.
Can you not message me after work? It's already past 8 in the evening. I've already gone home.
It's not just about work. It's something much more important.
What is it?
I heard you're the wife of the president.
What?
What a surprise! I thought you were a miserable single lady for life. But I heard you got remarried to the president.
Who told you about that?
I heard the managers talking about it in the women's restroom. So I just wanted to confirm the facts.
Why do I have to reveal my personal information? Especially to someone like you, a homewrecker.
I see. If you were reacting that way, it's true that you're the president's wife, huh? How could you become the wife of the president when I'm better than you?
The president is still in his 40s, right? Despite his age, he chose a miserable old lady like you? Excuse me? If you're the president's wife, you should be more confident, shouldn't you? Why are you trying to hide it? I'm not trying to hide it. I know that there's only one thing on your mind. What? You're probably thinking about stealing the position of the president's wife. Oh, wow. You know exactly what I'm thinking about. After all, you mistakenly thought my ex-husband, Anthony, was the next president and stole him from me. Well, a week after the divorce was finalized, it was announced that the next president is Anthony's younger brother. When you found out that Anthony was just a regular employee, you quickly dumped him. I was fooled too, you know. I was the victim. Just remembering it makes me mad. I thought I could become the president's wife, but he turned out to be completely useless. You assumed Anthony was the next president all by yourself. It's all your fault. Shut up. So that's why it can't fail this time. I'm going to steal your husband away from you, and this time I'm going to take the position of president's wife. That's too bad. Things won't go your way. I've already told my husband all about you. What? Unlike my ex-husband, he's not a cheating scumbag. No matter what you do, it's pointless. Oh, really? Well then, challenge accepted. If you're so confident, why don't we give it a try? Give it a try? Because of you, I've been struggling for the past 3 years. To pay the alimony you demanded, I've been working as an office worker during the day at the bar at night. It's been a really hard time for me. Well, that's what you deserved. Isn't it kind of heartless to demand compensation from a relative? After all, I'm your niece. So why don't you just give up your husband, you know? I don't care if you were my relative or not. You took my husband, so you should pay for what you did. Honestly, I don't want to consider you as my relative anymore. I never find you adorable. Ever since you were a child, you've been throwing tantrums whenever things don't go your way. Whatever. Just remember that I hold a grudge against you too. I'm going to get my revenge for what you did. Well, I'm 20 years younger than you. There's no way my plan won't work. This time, I'm going to take over the role of the president's wife. So get ready. Here we go again. Hi, Francesca. There's something that I need to tell you. What is it this time? I told you not to contact me for anything other than work, didn't I? Oh my god, you haven't noticed? What? You're so clueless. It's hilarious. I've stolen your husband. What? Just as I said, I've taken the position of the president's wife. Now, you're back to being just a dull clerk. When I made a move, the president fell for me so easily. I guess all men like young women. A month after I joined the company, I started keeping in touch with the president personally. The other day, I invited him out for a drink. And just like that. You know what I mean, right? It's already been 2 months since then. You didn't notice it at all, did you? The president seems to be really into me, to the point that he does not even care about his wife anymore. Tonight, the president is going to spend the night in my place. See? An old head can't be the president's wife for long. He prefers younger women over older ones. The president even says so himself. Oh, I see. So that means that president isn't my husband. What? My husband would never say anything like that. Of course, he wouldn't say that in front of you. But deep down, he'd rather be with a fresh young woman than an old hag. You should understand his feelings. There's no way he would stay with you in the first place. He comes home straight after work. He had dinner with me, watched the TV, took a shower, and went to bed. He must be tired from work to go to bed so early. And since tomorrow is Saturday, so he asked not to be woken up by me. Oh yeah? You don't seem to believe me. Of course not. Because he's at my house right now. I'm sorry I left you all alone again. It's lonely for a middle-aged woman to live alone, isn't it? I just told you that I'm with my husband. You're still saying that? Stop being delusional already. So you truly think that you're dating the president? Yeah, I've been saying that. I see. I don't know which president you're talking about, but if he's married, you should stop whatever you're doing. You've just finished paying off the debt that you made 3 years ago, right? And now you're doing the same thing again. Do you want to go back to that hell for another alimony claim? You don't need to worry about me, so relax. Last time, I mistakenly stole a worthless man. But this time, I made sure he was the real president before I took him. A worthless man? How could you say that after what you did to me? I thought he was the next president of the company. But he's just an ordinary office worker. I felt like I was being scammed. But now that I'm here, I'm not afraid of being sued for alimony or anything. If I can become the president's wife, a few $1,000s is nothing. So he does have a wife this time too. Yeah, what are you talking about? You know what? It's a wife's fault for being cheated on. If you wanted to keep your husband, you should have worked on yourself and tried your best not to be dumped. Why do you always want to steal someone else's husband? If you want to be the president's wife, just find a single president. That doesn't make sense. What? I want to take away your man because he's your husband. What do you mean? It's unfair that you're the only one getting a successful man. Despite being an old hag, I can let you be happy by yourself. What? But my ex-husband didn't fit into what you would consider a successful man, right? I thought he was successful because he was the son of the president, and he was the eldest. It was so obvious that he will be the next president. Oh, I see. Why didn't you tell me from the beginning that he was not going to be the next president? You made me pay alimony, and I ended up getting divorced in a week. What a waste of time and money. I don't understand why I have to be blamed at this point. Anyway, I get that you really hate me. Yeah, that's what I mean. Unbelievable. You don't need to compete with your aunt, who's as old as your mother. I can't stand it when an old lady who's much older than me is having a better life than me. Well, your husband is already mine. This time, I'll become the president's wife and make you miserable. Finally, I'll steal the luxurious life from you. Jesus Christ. I have a bad feeling about this. Francesca, you're such a liar. Here we are again. What is it this time? I heard you got married while hiding your divorce status from the president. What? I spilled your past to the president. Then the president said, I thought I was marrying a woman who had never been married before. He got really mad. Well, that's why he decided to divorce you right away. You hid your past because you wanted to be the president's wife, right? You are the worst. I've told my husband everything about my past. You are lying. He says he doesn't know. I told him everything before we got married.
You thought you did, but you didn't.
No, that's not true. Oh, really? How sure are you? I even told my husband about you. I showed him all the messages that you have been sending me these days. If my husband didn't know about my past, I wouldn't have been able to talk about it with him. I still think you were lying. I mean, you should realize it already. Realize what? You're making a terrible mistake. A terrible mistake? Everybody in the office is talking about you. Oh, that's right. I don't care what people say or think about me. Besides, I'm intentionally flirting in the office, so it's only natural that everybody is talking about me. I knew it. I mean, they don't have any right to judge me. It seems you haven't officially announced the divorce yet. But the president divorced you already. Now, I'm the president's wife. I finally took the position of president's wife. Oh God. I was hoping you'd notice when you saw my company ID. But it looks like that didn't work. What are you talking about? Do you know my full name? Francesca Davis, right? And the president's last name is Miller, so... Oh, wait. Isn't it too quick to change your surname? Have you already changed it back to your maiden name? No, I didn't. My maiden name is Wilson. Oh, is that right? I got married 2 years ago and my name changed to Davis. What? So, your husband is... Wait a minute. Could it be the president of the parent company? Yes, that's right. My husband is the president of the parent company. Wait, what? You finally noticed. So you just heard that I'm the wife of the president. You just assumed that the president of our company was my husband. You didn't check the most important thing. Which company's president is he actually the president of? Oh my God! Also, I will tell you this for the sake of our president's ex-wife. I'm pretty sure that she never got a divorce before. Oh no! But the president decided to divorce his wife because he believed what you said. If you don't want to be sued, you should correct that. No way! I just married a different man by mistake. Your real husband is the president of the parent company? That means he's way wealthier than the one that I stole? That's so unfair! Huh, you're saying that now? Yeah. If it's a parent company and a subsidiary, the parent company definitely gets a higher salary. That's true, but it's so frustrating. Your husband's annual income must be higher. Probably. Damn it! I thought I could beat you. But, well, whatever. Huh? Even though it's a subsidiary, he's still the president. Considering the death hell I've been at, it's a lot better. I'll be retiring soon and becoming a housewife. I won't be seeing your face at the office anymore. It's really frustrating, but I'll leave it at this. You're going to be a housewife? Of course. Because I'm going to be the president's wife. My husband's earnings will be enough to live on. There's no need for me to work so hard. If you were talking about our president, he got fired. Fired? It means he was dismissed. Why? What do you mean? The board of directors decided that. Why? Well, even though he was married, he flirted with female employees and did not work during working hours. The president is supposed to be a role model for his employees, but he was violating the company's compliance policy. Oh no! Also, you may not know this, but Mr. Miller's ex-wife is the only daughter of the former president. Is that so? He became president by marrying the former president's daughter. If he leaves her, he'll have no choice but to leave the company too. Oh my god! Wait a minute. That means he is no longer the president. Does that mean he's unemployed? That's right. If both of you are unemployed, so you'll have to work hard to make ends meet in your small apartment. Huh? My apartment? He owns a big mansion. We were planning to live in that mansion together. Oh, that house is in his ex-wife's name. What? He didn't build a house? It seems to be his ex-wife's family home. You know what? Mr. Miller was originally just a regular employee before. But because he's married to the president's daughter, he was able to live in a mansion. No way! Mr. Miller must be regretting it right now, because he had an affair with you. He lost everything at once. No way! Also, I think this is the most important thing. You'll have to pay the alimony for your own. Huh? Why? His ex-wife is rich, right? If that's the case, there should be a division of property even if they divorced. That's the thing. It turns out that Mr. Miller was using the joint savings without permission, so there was no property division either. Under such circumstances, he paid his wife alimony in one lump sum, and his savings went to nothing. No way! What the hell? I can't pay alimony on my own! I told you to stop, didn't I? This is what happens when you break out other people's families. Oh my god! I'll have to go to debt again. If you don't have any savings, that's what will happen. So, I'll go back to living in extreme poverty? To the miserable life when you eat only canned goods every day? Well, what you eat is your choice, but I'm sure you'll be in debt again. I don't want to. I've worked so hard to pay off my debts and crawl up here. Now you are back to square one. I feel sorry for you. You feel sorry? Really? You sound like you don't care at all. Of course, I don't care. That's terrible. You're my relatives, so help me. You took my husband, and now you're calling me a relative? That's a story from the past. But this time, there's nothing happened to you. That's right. Could you ask your husband to cancel my resignation? It's so depressing that I couldn't be the president's wife. But I have to work hard and pay the alimony. Do you think you can go back to work now after having an affair with the president? Well, you're still young. Why don't you try to find a new job? But... Well then, goodbye. Wait, Francesca! No! I wanted to be the president's wife. I don't want to live a poor life with an unemployed old man. Please, help me! It seems that my niece and her husband lived together in my niece's apartment for a while. But in the end, they fought every day and divorced after a month. My niece, who had already been disowned by her parents and had nowhere to go, persistently contacted me begging me to lend her some money. But since she brought this upon herself, I have no intention of helping her. According to rumors, my niece borrowed money again to pay for the alimony. And it seems she returned to her death hell again. As for me, I am spending peaceful days with my new husband. My previous marriage didn't work out because of my niece. But thanks to that, I was able to meet my current loving husband. I hope that this time my niece will have a serious love life and find a true happiness. I wish her all the best.
I have a favor to ask you, Nora.
What's up, Nyla?
You'll listen to me, will you?
Well, it depends on what it is. So, what's the favor?
Well, I've fallen in love with Alan.
What? Are you serious or just kidding around?
I'm serious. I really am.
But you're married.
Yeah, I am, but it's just not fulfilling. Guys the same age as me can be so unreliable, you know. So, I'm into older, more dependable guys like Alan.
Are you really serious about this?
Ugh, don't you get it? I'm telling you, I am serious.
Since when?
Well, it happened the other day when I took a day off to go shopping. I bumped into him while he was on the way to meet his client.
Oh yeah, he mentioned running into you.
We were heading in the same direction, so we ended up walking together. Let me tell you, he looked so sharp in his suit.
Oh yeah? Thanks for the compliment.
And he's such a gentleman when he speaks. Ever since then, I just can't get him out of my head, you know. We kept locking eyes while talking. It looked like he was interested in me too.
I see.
Are you devastated?
Not at all, I trust him.
You're trying to stay strong. Anyway, to get to the point, I've fallen for him, so can I have him?
This is not something I can entertain, you know.
What? You won't do it?
Of course not. Just because you're my little sister doesn't mean I'll do anything for you. You're so wrong.
Are you implying something?
What do you mean?
Do you want money?
Are you kidding me?
Fine, whatever. I've got some savings since I've been investing for a while now. I'll swing by with some cash and a divorce petition form next time. Take them.
Cut it out, Nyla. I don't need your money and I'm not divorcing Alan, okay? He's right here next to me. He's kind of freaked out by this conversation. He says either divorcing me or getting with you is out of the question.
That's a lie. No matter how much you don't want him to be taken away, telling lies like that isn't cool. You don't know what it's like for us when we're alone together. So it's easy for you to say that. When we lock eyes like that, it's definitely not a mistake. He has fallen for me too.
He says he never locked eyes with you, nor fallen for you.
You keep making up stuff. I know there's no Alan next to you, right?
I'm not making things up. Just because you don't like hearing things that don't fit your narrative, don't call me a liar. I'll get made, you know.
Woo, I'm scared. If you're so uptight, you might end up being dumped, you know. Or maybe that's why he prefers me. Can't blame him. Being young and cute is obvious I'm the better choice.
Anyway, he's actually here with me. I just conveyed what he said. Are we done? I want to go to bed early tonight.
Already?
Alan's going on a week-long business trip starting tomorrow and needs to catch the first train. He has a lot of luggage, so I need to see him off. Hence, the early bedtime.
Wait, you better not be lying about this business trip.
Enough. If you don't want to believe me, then that's your problem. I can't deal with this anymore. Bye.
Wait, Nora. I'm serious about this, you know. I know he has feelings for me too. I won't let you meddle with us.
Hun, I just got back to the office from my business trip.
Welcome back. You think you'll be home early tonight?
Yeah, I'll wrap up the urgent stuff and head out early. I just want to tell you something about Nyla quickly.
What did she do?
While I was away, she was apparently talking to people at the office and sniffing around about me.
Oh my god. Can't believe she did that.
Yeah, I was dumbfounded too when a coworker told me about it. She was asking if my trip was legit, if there were any ladies along, or if I was cheating while away. Some even thought she was you. I had to apologize to them and explain she was my sister-in-law. They were in disbelief. They were like, "We thought you had a controlling wife."
Unbelievable. Really sorry she caused trouble. I can't believe she'd go that far.
Yeah, me too. My coworker secretly took a photo of her and showed it to me. It was indeed her. Is everything okay between her and her husband?
Not sure. She did mention feeling unsatisfied with guys at her age the other day. He's a sweet guy and treats her well, you know. I don't know what's wrong with her.
I see. My coworker told me earlier she was here again. He saw her downstairs. Good thing I didn't run into her. It would have been troublesome if she had seen me. I gotta be careful and head home early today.
Alright, take care. I'll have your favorite meatloaf ready for you tonight.
Yes. Love you.
Nora, what you did earlier was awful. I gave you a heads up about coming to hand over the money in the divorce petition form, right? I even got you $10,000 in exchange for the divorce. But then you bailed, saying you're busy with work and can't be bothered. Listen, whether you take the money or not, you're gonna get dumped anyway, you know that? So why not just take it? Well, forget it. Hun, have you started working? Can you chat for a bit?
I'm in a taxi heading for a client's office, so I've got a little time. What's up?
It's about Nyla again.
Ugh, what happened now?
She was lurking near my office.
Oh, so now she went to your side. Did something happen?
She tried to give me a divorce petition form and $10,000 in cash.
What?
Of course, I told her I wasn't taking them, but she kept insisting. I told her I couldn't be late to work and dodged the issue. She mentioned bringing those over before, but I never thought she'd actually do it. What's gotten into her? She's usually carefree and sometimes she does crazy things, but this time, even I'm freaked out.
Maybe she's just being obsessive because things aren't going her way. Hopefully she'll calm down eventually.
I hope so.
You might want to tell her husband about this though.
But if he finds out, she might end up getting divorced. Can we wait and see for a bit longer? As you said, maybe things will settle down.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sorry, and thanks, hon.
You don't have to apologize.
It's our 10th wedding anniversary tomorrow. I never thought we'd be dealing with my sister causing trouble.
Yeah, life sure throws us curveballs, huh?
I could do without these kind of challenges, honestly.
No kidding. Oh, by the way, I got a call from the jewelry shop yesterday. The ring we ordered is ready. I meant to tell you when I got home yesterday, but forgot.
Oh, nice.
I'll pick it up on my way home from work today.
Really? Thanks a lot.
We've booked the restaurant where we had our wedding for tomorrow, so I'm really looking forward to it.
So am I. I couldn't care less about Nyla now. If anything happens, we'll just tell her husband about it.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
I'm looking forward to the ring. Hurry back home.
Got it.
Nora, I'm sorry. For what? So, I got proposed to by Alan. He's not my brother-in-law anymore. He's my fiancé now. Proposed? You must be imagining. I get it, you don't want to believe it, but it's true. That $10,000 in divorce petition form you didn't take the other day, I'll bring them over again tomorrow. Consider it as compensation. It's our wedding anniversary tomorrow. We've got reservations at a restaurant. There's no way he'd choose you over me. Oh no, you're dumped the day before your wedding anniversary. That's brutal. Poor you. You said you got proposed to, right? Tell me what happened. I need to know the details. Okay, but don't faint from shock. Just spill it already. Alright. I'll tell you. So I felt like hanging out with him today and waited for him outside his office. When he came out, he was on the phone, so I couldn't talk to him. When he finished his call, I was about to go up to him, but then he went into a jewelry shop. I thought maybe he was getting a present for me. So I sneaked in to see what was going on. And guess what? It was an engagement ring for me. I couldn't believe he was thinking about me so much. I didn't even realize it and was just thrilled. I couldn't wait for him to give it to me, so I just grabbed it when he finished paying. Getting proposed out of the blue? He's surprisingly bold, huh? I'm just over the moon about his love for me. I got so excited that I even booked a wedding venue earlier. There happened to be an opening in 2 weeks. Now I gotta hurry up and send out invitations, decide on the menu and stuff. I'm gonna be so busy. You better come to the wedding.
It's impressive how you can misunderstand things like this.
Misunderstand?
That ring is for me.
I don't think so. You're already married to him. Why would he give you an engagement ring like this? It's obviously mine.
Listen, I mentioned our anniversary is tomorrow, right? It's our 10th anniversary. We plan to celebrate the milestone of being married for 10 years, and that ring is a gift from Alan to me.
You gotta be kidding me. No, I don't believe that for a second.
Well, why don't you ask him directly then? I'll have him message you. Hi, Nyla. This is Alan.
Helen, honey. Thanks for the proposal earlier.
I've been reading the messages between you and Nora. Everything she said is true. That ring was for her. And I didn't propose to you.
But you gave it to me, didn't you?
No, I didn't. When I tried to take the ring from the clerk, you snatched the bag and ran off with it. What you did is no different from stealing.
Stealing? Me?
If you don't want to get reported to the police, return the ring.
The police? You're kidding, right?
I'm serious. It's not a joke.
But I tried it on and it fits perfectly. It even has A and N engraved. For our initials. This means it's mine, right? Oh, I get it. You're too scared to admit it's mine in front of Nora, aren't you? Poor you. We love each other.
Sure, A is my initial, but N isn't for Nyla. It's for Nora.
Oh.
You guys are sisters and might have similar body types. It's not surprising if your finger sizes are the same.
So the proposal was just a misunderstanding on my part?
Yeah, Nora's my only love.
But I already booked our wedding in 2 weeks from now.
You went ahead with it on your own, not my doing.
Oh my god.
We'll come to you, so please return the ring.
Never.
What?
You guys deceived me. I'm sure you guys were laughing at me.
What are you talking about? It's not true, it's just that you misunderstood alone.
Even so, I absolutely detest that Nora's getting such a beautiful ring. I'm going to throw it into the river.
What are you saying, Nyla? Stop it.
Shut up! It's your fault for misleading me. It's because of this ring that everything went wrong. Just go away.
You can't be serious about throwing it into the river.
But I already did. There's a river next to my house. Ah, that feels better.
This is unbelievable.
Hey Nora, I got this thing called a damage compensation claim. What's this about?
Well, it's self-explanatory, isn't it?
Compensation for the ring is $7,500? That's ridiculous.
What's ridiculous is what you did. The ring was meant to be a gift from Alan to celebrate our anniversary. I never even received it once because you took it and then threw it away. So it's only fair that you pay for it.
But I never thought it would be that expensive.
Listen, Nyla, you mistook it for an engagement ring as soon as you saw it, right? Isn't it because it had diamonds on it? Then you should have known it was expensive.
Oh, darn.
Anyway, since I never received it, you're the one who has to pay. And also, I filed a police report about this.
You're kidding, right? We're sisters. You wouldn't do that.
If I didn't take such steps, you wouldn't learn from your mistakes. Just because we're sisters doesn't mean you can get away with anything. Let me tell you one more thing. I've informed your husband about this too. Well, even if I hadn't, the police would have contacted him eventually.
Unbelievable. You'll be the reason if he divorces me. Why? I simply reported the facts. Weren't you planning to marry Alan? If so, you were going to divorce him, right?
Yes, but I'm not marrying Alan, so I'll be in trouble if he divorces me.
That's selfish. I feel sorry for him. I can't turn a blind eye to this.
This is insane. You're such a jerk, Nora.
Call me what you want. Just make sure you pay for the ring.
No, I absolutely refuse to pay. It's your fault for upsetting me.
Fine, then I'll have my attorney contact you.
What? An attorney?
It's exactly what I expected from someone like you. I've already asked her to handle it. Like I said earlier, unless you're held accountable, you won't learn. I'm doing this for your own good.
I'm not happy about any of this. I don't know what to do. I had to cancel the wedding venue, you know. Since it's less than 2 weeks away, I have to pay half.
You went ahead and made the reservation on your own. Figure it out yourself. Or maybe you can rely on your husband. I don't know if he'll help, but who knows, right?
Oh God, this isn't how things were supposed to go.
Nyla's husband came over to apologize and paid compensation for the ring. He found out about Nyla's intention to divorce him and decided to go through with it. He said he was paying it for her as a form of asset division. He repeatedly apologized, acknowledging his responsibility as a husband for not intervening to prevent her from getting carried away. I'm sure she'll regret losing such a decent husband. She lost all her savings due to cancellation fees for the wedding venue, and her husband has also had enough of her. I'm told she's been crying every day. Since she seems to have suffered enough, I withdrew the complaint. With the compensation money, Alan and I brought a pair of rings. I fell in love with them the moment I saw them, so in the end, I'm very happy with the result. Despite everything reaching our 10th anniversary, I wish a lifetime of happiness for us.
Regina, are you still doing that lame activity? Donating to refugee children, was it? Stop wasting your money on some things like that. Spend it on something more meaningful. Carol, I'm sorry, but I'm ignoring anything you say. Donating to refugee camps isn't pointless or a waste. Besides, I already cut ties with you. I'll revoke that severance. You're the one who got cut off, remember? Who cares? Besides, I changed my phone number. So how did you find out? I asked my precious lovely son, and he gave it up without hesitation. I knew it. He loves me so much. Are you surprised to hear from the one you cut off? I wanted to surprise you. Not really. I knew Jacob was going to tell you eventually. Such a mama's boy. Okay. You think it's okay for you to act like that? Huh? I have good news for you today. There are better places to donate than to refugees, you know. Write to me. Give me your money. Huh? I knew you were up to something, talking about charity, but why would I donate money to you? It doesn't make sense. I just suddenly passed out on the street the other day. I was taken to the hospital by an ambulance. And then, I was admitted to the hospital. They ran some tests and found out I have cancer. I see. That's a lot. And now, it seems like I need surgery. I'm going to need over $30,000. That's quite expensive. I know. That's why I want you to pay for it. Why don't you go set up a GoFundMe or something else? What? No way. People would look at me in a different way. There's nothing wrong with it. You need money, right? Oh my God. Just shut up and pay for it. Pardon me? Why do I have to? Why don't you ask Jacob? He's busy with work right now. I can't put him through any trouble. I'm busy too. Stop lying. You work from home. You're a content writer, right? You're home all the time. So it's not like you're super busy. That's not true. I do a bunch of research for my articles, you know. Stop making excuses just because you don't want to pay. That won't work. Just do what I say. If you have money to give to strangers, then you should have enough money to help your mother-in-law. I'm giving you a chance to do something nice, so be grateful and pay for my surgery. Instead of being cheeky, you should be grateful to me. I don't understand. I've already cut ties with you. I don't need to do anything for you. You're cold-hearted. Your family is going through a lot, and you won't even help. How dare you say that? You never treated me as your family. That's not true. And you didn't even help me when I collapsed. How shameless. Oh, that happened? Yes, when I had ulcer. I couldn't move because of the pain. Oh, that! Sorry, but your attitude seemed so hypocritical. Always going on about refugees and such, acting all self-righteous. I just thought it was more of the same drama. My bad. Really? Remember what you told me when you saw me in pain? I don't remember. Now the evil bitch who took my son is finally gone. And I get the insurance money. This is great. Ah, I remember now. I thought I finally got rid of you. You don't seem to show any remorse at all. I thought I could finally get the insurance money. Too bad. You're as lively as a cockroach. Insurance money? My smart son got you a hefty life insurance. Everything is for me, for my retirement. That sounds like something Jacob would do. Luckily, Gregory happened to come back from work and called 911 immediately and saved my life. Ugh, that was unnecessary. If only he had kept his mouth shut, I could have gotten a lot of money. You got an earful from him too, right? My life could have been in real danger, you know. I wasn't happy about that. It's your fault for not taking care of your health properly. That's because you handle people's lives carelessly. He's always on your side. Always into stuff like refugees, orphans, donations, and volunteering. You two are always bonding over those nauseating things. It was really irritating. He used to be this big shot in a corporate job, but then, out of the blue, he got all into refugee support and started up a non-profit organization, which meant less cash flow for us. He passed away soon after and left a will saying he'd donate the entire insurance money. What a pain in the ass till the very end. What a horrible thing to say about your husband. He was indeed a very honorable man. Besides saving my life, I have profound respect for him for numerous other reasons. It's likely that he chose to donate the insurance money to those less fortunate because he believed it would be more impactful than if you and Jacob were to squander it. He saw the potential for it to make a meaningful difference in the lives of those in need. Whatever! Not leaving any money behind for your family isn't meaningful at all. You're just like him, always coming up with excuses. I really can't stand it. If you're so keen on throwing away money, why don't you hand some over to me? I need surgery right away, and I don't have enough money. You can just forget about those refugees. You won't get any help by throwing such absurd arguments at me. I don't want to help you. You have a job, right? Pay for it. You don't want Jacob to divorce you, right? Of course not. Okay, then pay me $50,000 now. Didn't you say $30,000 earlier? It's gone up. That's what you get for being so cocky. Come to think of it, besides the surgery costs, there will be hospitalization fees too. Just to be safe,
Should we aim for around $70,000? I don't understand. I don't want to pay a penny for you. You've been quite sassy lately, always opposing instead of assisting. I'll be sure to inform Jacob about this. I'm Regina, 33 years old. Ever since I married her son Jacob, I've been bullied by my mother-in-law, Miss Carol Moore. Despite this, Jacob, who is a big mama's boy, has never intervened on my behalf. However, 2 years ago, when I collapsed due to a stomach ulcer, it was the trigger for Regina and Jacob to be severely scolded by Gregory. Jacob and I decided to move out after that incident. We were finally enjoying a peaceful life. But about 6 months ago, my father-in-law Gregory fell ill and passed away. With Gregory no longer present, Carol's bullying resumed. I was anxious about what would happen next, but I had no idea the chaos that awaited me would be beyond anything I could have imagined. Get the $50,000 ready right now. Have it ready in your account by tomorrow, and we'll withdraw it together tomorrow. Do you understand? Huh? What are you talking about? I know you're making money as a web writer or something. You must have at least $50,000 saved up, right? It's not savings. It's for living expenses. I'm barely getting by each month, so I don't have any savings. Even if I did, why would I have to give it to you? I heard what you and Mom talked about yesterday. Refusing to help her and speaking badly of her is beyond low. I'll need $40,000 for her surgery and $10,000 as compensation. Are you stupid? That's your mother, right? Why don't you help her? Mom took care of you for a long time, didn't she? It's time to return the favor. I don't remember her taking care of me at all. Stop lying. You always dumped all the household chores on Mom. You lied about being bullied by her, making her out to be the bad guy, and sucking up to Dad to bully Mom. I see you believed everything she said. She was forcing me to do things. Stop making excuses. Quit your whining and pay for the surgery. You're her son, aren't you? It's about your own mother, so don't just leave it to others. You don't care if she dies. I don't have an obligation to help someone who's given me nothing but trouble. Are you still trying to lie your way out of this? You were the one making Mom's life difficult. Now that Dad's gone, your games are over. I'll make sure you face the consequences for what you've done from now on. You saw me being harassed, didn't you? Even though I do all the house chores, she'd go around the neighborhood, acting like she's been doing all the work. I don't care. She would slap me, put detergent in my food. That's because of your bad behavior. She didn't even bother to call the ambulance when I collapsed. Instead, she laughed. How does that make you think I'm the bully? It's your fault you collapsed, right? Mom did nothing wrong. If you see someone suffering, it's common sense to help them. That's just what Dad told you, right? You and Dad are nothing but hypocrites. You're quick to donate to some immigrant, but you won't lift a finger to help Mom, huh? Why don't you help her? Anyway, I won't pay for it. Do you know what you're talking about? Of course I know what I'm talking about. All right, then. I'll prepare a little consequence for you. Be ready for that. If you don't have the money ready by tomorrow morning, you'll definitely regret it. Ha 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 ha. What the hell? She's proving to be quite resilient, almost like a cockroach. It's crazy that she's still alive. I thought it would definitely work out, but I ended up sending her to the hospital. Poor thing. Ha 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 ha. Maybe experiencing Mom's suffering in the hospital will make you realize something. Oh, Jacob, you're such a good boy. So considerate of his mommy. Don't be silly. Do you know what you two have done? What do you mean? I just gave you a little shove into the road. That's all. You got run over so perfectly. It was so satisfying to see the woman who bullies mom get flattened. You don't even show a hint of remorse. It's unbelievable. How can you be okay with doing something like this? You guys are unbelievable. I warned you I'd punish you if you didn't come up with the money, remember? My dear son and I will take turns punishing you each month. That sounds familiar. Right. I have a good sense of humor. Your actions are undeniably criminal. Do you really think you two can get away with this? Don't you talk to me like that. It's your fault for not coming up with the money. We were just punishing you, right? That's right. It's the whip of our love. You're not reflecting at all, are you? I'll be reporting this to the police. And before you know it, they will be coming to take you away. Go ahead and do it if you can. You tell on me and I'll divorce you, you idiot. Yeah, that's fine. I'm already thinking about getting a divorce, so this is perfect. What? Huh? Are you surprised? But I've already made up my mind. Wait a minute. You're divorcing me just because I pushed you? Getting upset over something like that shows how petty you are. To cause someone this much harm and not realize how serious it is? You probably saw me as too timid to divorce. Even when I got sick with a stomach ulcer before, I only moved out from Carol's place, didn't divorce Jacob. But that was because your dad sincerely apologized. With him around, I could overlook both of your antics. But now that he's gone, and both of you disrespect him like this, it's just wrong. Pushing me into the path of a car? Seriously? It's messed up, and makes me wonder if you're even human. I don't want to be around people like you for another second. Why are we the ones being blamed here? The one at fault is the person who hit you. We're not responsible for this. The street was bustling, so it's no surprise I got hit when I was shoved into traffic like that. Besides, the person who hit me sincerely apologized afterward. Then, let's let bygones be bygones. Don't end the conversation. Geez, you're persistent, aren't you? Besides, it's not like the injury was that serious, right? I mean, look, you're able to use your phone just fine. If it were truly a severe injury, you'd be in the ICU, wouldn't you? I was there until 4 days ago. What? Blood was pouring from all over my body, and my head was split open. It took several days before I regained consciousness. Oh, really? You never came to visit me even once. I guess you never knew. But we didn't take your life or anything. Are you sure about that? What? I mean, my heart stopped once during surgery. Seriously? They were able to bring me back with chest compressions, but it seems even the doctors were rattled by the incident. Seriously, but it's a good thing you survived. That's right. There's no need to get so angry about it. Even if it was just for a moment, you took someone's life. Even though I survived, your actions, pushing me into the road with clear intent to harm, constitute attempted murder. Stop exaggerating. You don't have to be so dramatic. Exactly. Anyway, you're alive, so stop dwelling on it. This is something I just can't let go of. It's going to haunt me for the rest of my life. Oh, for God's sake, shut up. So, if you're out of the ICU, you'll be discharged tomorrow, right? Huh? You're already in the clear, but I won't survive without surgery. So tell the doctor to discharge you tomorrow. Even with a severe injury, you can work a bit, right? Hurry up and prepare $80,000 for me.
It's increasing again.
Of course. It's the penalty for not preparing the money by the deadline. For each day you're late, the penalty increases by $10,000.
That's absurd.
If you can't come up with the money, just die. Then we can use the insurance money to pay for the surgery. If working is too much of a hassle, I think that will be easier. If you don't like that, then hurry up and get out of there. You'll just have to live as our slave for the rest of your life. Ha 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 ha. Good luck. Ha 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 ha.
Hey, you guys. Do you even hear what you're saying?
What? What's with that tone? What's wrong with you, all of a sudden?
Oh, man. Seriously? I've had it. I won't hold back anymore.
Huh?
Causing serious harm to someone without a shred of remorse. And then, not only that, but also trying to push someone who's already badly hurt beyond their limits. And now, you want me to die? You're really crossing the line, you evil bunch.
You're calling us evil?
Who else could it be? You keep disrespecting me.
How dare you speak to your husband's mother like that? I've always found you to be disrespectful. Your behavior worsened after the accident when you hit your head.
The accident had nothing to do with it. I've never been able to stand you guys.
Calm down, Regina.
How can I calm down? Anyway, I'm filing the divorce. I'm reporting you guys to the police.
Are you serious?
I sure am.
Then what about the money for the surgery? Don't tell me you can't pay for it.
Of course not. I don't have a single penny to give you.
Stop kidding around. I won't forgive you for this. If you don't come up with the money, Mom will be in trouble.
Shut up. Who the hell do you think you are? Do you know where you stand?
What?
I've had it with a bullying mother-in-law and a mama's boy. Both of you deserve to rot in prison.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I apologize for bullying you. I'll accept you as part of the family from now on. Come on, Jacob. Apologize too. I apologize too. I'm sorry. So get in a better mood, okay? Prison, the police, it's not that big of a deal. I apologize to you, so that's enough, right? So please, pay for my surgery.
Hell no. Don't think everything is suddenly okay just because you two apologized.
Huh? Huh?
Do you seriously think your actions up until now can be brushed aside with such a shallow apology? You're kidding, right?
What? We're apologizing from our heart.
Do you think a simple apology is enough to resolve such deep-seated issues?
It's unacceptable for you not to accept our apology. This is not a half-assed apology. It's really sickening to be forced to bow down to such a bitch. Unbelievable.
You really are something else, aren't you? Once I'm discharged, I'm cutting ties with you. Goodbye.
Please, don't do that. I can't have you cutting me off now. I don't have the money to pay for the surgery.
Of course you don't. You're spending almost all the money you earn on investments. Carol lives on a pension, right?
Yeah, so just help me out with the surgery expenses.
I can't afford it.
Even just half of it.
I need to pay my own medical bills. And I'm also busy talking to the police about my injuries.
Don't do that. We're gonna go to jail if you do that.
You deserve it. It's better for you so you can reflect on what you did to me. You can go to hell for that. And just for the record, you'll never get anything from me when I die. I will donate the insurance money to a non-profit organization that helps refugees. Try to be better and don't do anything stupid. After that, I talked to the police about everything that went on. The texts and surveillance footage played a crucial role, leading to the arrest of both individuals for attempted murder. After getting out of the hospital, I wrapped up my divorce with Jacob and made a fresh start far away. Thanks to my job as a freelance content writer, I've been able to work from home. Even after moving, I am taking care of my health while earning a living. Money hasn't been a worry. On the other hand, Carol couldn't afford the surgery and passed away. It seems Jacob, left alone, is feeling down in prison. I can only say that he deserved it. I've cut ties with those two unreasonable people and started a new life. Moving forward, I intend to work at a pace that suits me, prioritizing my own happiness and involving myself in modest charitable endeavors.
Hi, Zoe. I'm on my way to your house now. See you soon. What? Really? I'm sorry, I'm at work right now. I don't think today is a good time to come to our place. Can you come on my day off? And next time, please tell me in advance. What? You're so cheeky. Don't tell me what to do. I'll go whenever I want to. I don't care if you're there or not. In fact, it might be better if you weren't there. What do you mean? I heard you bought a luxury car. Austin told me. I only have an old car and you got a new luxury car. How selfish you are. Since I'll be in your house, I might as well take it for a spin. No, please don't. But you are not using the car right now, so I can borrow it, right? Lucky me. I've always wanted to ride in a luxury car. What are you talking about? You can't do that. I absolutely don't want to lend you the car. Please don't come to my house today. You don't have the right to refuse. Besides, I'm already on my way. It's my house, so I have the right to refuse. Don't you disrespect your mother-in-law. Your house is also my son's house. As a mother, I should have the right to go to your house whenever I want. It shouldn't be like that. Even if you come, you can't get inside anyway. Austin is at work, and of course he locks the door before leaving the house. Oh, you are worried about me. In that case, don't worry, I have a spare key. A spare key? To our house? Why do you have it? You didn't make it yourself, did you? Of course not. Austin gave it to me. Unlike you, he's a truly caring son. Austin did? Really? I never heard he did that. I'll check with Austin, but please don't use it. Huh? Why not? What's the point of a spare key then? I didn't hear anything about it. No matter what, you can't enter our house while we're away. It's too much. We need our own privacy, you know. What's wrong with me, a mother going into my son's house? I have the right to enter. If your son lives alone, I guess that's fine. But in this case, it's my house too, so please stop. I don't want you to go in there without permission. Do you understand? I really don't understand. If you don't understand me, then forget it. But I really don't want you to do it today. Can you come tomorrow instead? I have something I want to tell you, and there's something I want to give you. What do you want to give me? Food or something? Yeah, sure. Oh, really? I'll get some delicious treats from your favorite store for you. All right then, I'll see you tomorrow. If you insist that much, I have no choice. I was on my way there, but I guess I'll just go grocery today. Please do so. I'll leave work early tomorrow. I'll tell Austin about it too. All right then. See you tomorrow. Hey Austin, your mother just messaged me. What on earth do you think you're doing, handing over a spare key without asking me first? Because of you, your mother was trying to enter the house when nobody was there. It's no big deal, right? What? Don't be ridiculous. This is not okay. You're working and you're busy every day, so why don't you ask my mom to do the cleaning or something? What are you saying? I don't like it when she just comes in the house and touches her stuff. Why did you give her the spare key in the first place? She said she wanted it, so I gave it to her. Was that a bad idea? Obviously, it was a bad idea. It's my house too, you know. I don't care if my parents are in there. What are you saying? It's my house. You hardly ever come home. And I'm not saying she can't come in. I'm saying it's unacceptable to come in when I'm not home. Hey, calm down. I can hardly ever come home. I thought having my mom around was a good idea. Besides, if I suddenly need to get some stuff or something, you can't do anything about it because of your work. But if my mom has the key, I could ask her instead of you. That's enough. What? You have to come home right now. I'm coming home now, too. I'm still at work. Besides, I have plans after work, so I'll be late. Shut up! I said come home. Zoe? What's wrong? I'm telling you to come home because I need to talk to you. I won't tell you to come home early ever again. Just listen to me today. Do you understand? You know what will happen if you don't come back, right? Hey, Zoe! What time should I be there? I can't wait for the delicious treats! I'll probably be home by 6. You can come anytime around that time. Just text me when you are on your way. 6? That's later than I expected. Oh well, I'm already here. What? I'm at your place watching TV until just now. Are you saying you used the spare key? Yes, I did. Is there a problem? I told you yesterday not to come in without permission, right? You told me, but I said I don't understand what you mean. Unbelievable. I'm leaving work early now. Please don't touch anything in the house, anything at all. The only thing in the house I touched is the TV. Hey, I was thinking of borrowing your luxury car. Please don't. Oh, wow. So, this is the $300,000 luxury car, huh? It's so cool. Don't tell me you are in my car. Of course I am. It was so easy to find the car keys. Please don't ride it without permission. But I did tell you. Well, I told you after I got in, but still. I'm in the parking lot of the nearby grocery store. You're joking, right? Why would I joke about this? I'm going for a road trip now. See you soon. Hey, please stop. Please go back to my home right now. What kind of nerve do you have to take the car out without permission? Hey, are you reading this? This is unacceptable. Please, Veronica. Oh my God, Zoe, I had an accident. What? That's why I told you not to use my car. But don't worry, it's not a serious accident. The car just needs repairs, but I'm fine. What do you mean, just? You had an accident in someone else's car. Are you serious? Normally, wouldn't you be more concerned about my safety if I had an accident? Yet you only care about your car? Jesus Christ, you're such a self-centered woman. Enough already. Anyway, the car is not in a drivable condition right now. I'm going to leave it here and go home. What? Where exactly is here? You do have insurance, don't you? Then you'll be fine, right? Answer my question. I'm asking where you are. I'm near the Pine Coast Beach. I was just looking out and I got into an accident. You had an accident in someone else's car, yet now you're leaving it and trying to push the repair cost onto me, aren't you? Exactly. Because I'm your mother-in-law. And it'll be covered by insurance, so it's fine. How much are you trying to make a fool of me? No apology at all? Don't you feel sorry about what you did? Please, enough is enough. I would never pay for the repair. But if it's not fixed, you're the one who'll be in trouble, aren't you? And I had nothing to do with it. First of all, this car is awful. What did you say? Despite being worth $300,000, it's so hard to drive, and I got into an accident because of it. I'm your mother-in-law, and it must be covered by the insurance, right? Then you should get it fixed with the insurance. I'm single starting today. What? Single? Actually, I was planning to have a talk with Austin today, but I couldn't take it anymore. I talked to Austin yesterday, and this morning we officially filed for divorce. So, don't consider him as my husband anymore. Therefore, you are not my mother-in-law. Oh no, you can't be serious. Besides, I don't know what you misunderstand. In any case, a mother-in-law is not covered by insurance. Huh? Is that so? Driving someone else's car without permission is a crime, you know. And causing an accident is just unbelievable. Of course, I'll be demanding the full repair cost, so be prepared for that. Oh no! You're lying, aren't you? You can't threaten me like that. Why do I have to lie? There's no point in lying about this. I've already reported you to the police. What? The police? No way! I can't just leave my car there in a place like that. My car was stolen, so this is only natural, right? Oh no! You'll probably be arrested. As I said before, I'll be demanding full compensation for the repair costs. What? You're making me, your mother-in-law, pay for it? You're the one who caused the accident, of course. Besides, how many times do you want me to tell you? You are not my mother-in-law anymore. I'm divorcing your son. Oh no! Am I really going to be arrested? Yes, I filed a report for theft. You're lying! I'm not lying. You and Austin are both scum. Demanding me and reporting to the police? You're overreacting. I just borrowed your car for a little while, and it's not a serious accident. And there's no way I'm going to be arrested just for this. What you did was trespassing and theft. I told you repeatedly not to come to my house without permission. Also, following the divorce, This house has become my property. It's under my name now. Your son has nothing to do with this house. You're not allowed in my house. No way! How could this happen? You'll likely be subject to a police investigation. I don't intend to withdraw the case. I'm going to make sure you pay for your crimes. Oh my God! Please tell me it's all just a lie! It's not a lie. You and Austin are both insane. I can't have a normal conversation at all. I wish I'd gotten rid of scum like you sooner. I regret it so much. What? Until yesterday, we were a happy family. You don't have to say that much. I didn't mean to say such a thing either. But it's your fault. There's no way I could keep quiet after an incident like this. What you did is a crime. You've caused me so much trouble. Don't you think it is only natural that you should pay for your crime? But I didn't know you and Austin were getting a divorce, so it can't be helped. Shouldn't you have told me first? It's all his fault. He cheated on me with a young woman and hardly ever came home. And he tried to spend my money. What? He did? That's right. And on top of that, I found out yesterday that he gave you a duplicate key without my permission. I couldn't take it anymore. I can't believe he was cheating on you. By the way, about your son, I kicked him out of my house and he went back to your house. He probably knows nothing about what happened today. He's probably waiting for you at home. Is that so? Also, the reason I asked you to come home today was to talk about alimony. Alimony? What do you mean? Alimony for what he did to me. Knowing him, he might say he won't pay any alimony. So I thought I should tell you about the alimony as well. Actually, I'll tell your husband about it. What? Since you said you'd come to our house, I thought I should tell you. I didn't realize how much of a scumbag you are. I'll tell your husband about the alimony and what you did this time. You're lying! Stop it! If it's about alimony, just tell Austin. Even if I only told him, he'll still likely rely on his parents. Even though he spends money on his side chick, he's still stingy. But you have to pay for the car repair, so I guess his plan has failed. By the way, how much does it cost to fix the car? That car is my dream car that I've always wanted. It really costs $300,000. I can't say how much it will cost to fix it because I haven't seen the condition of the car yet. But I know that parts are expensive too. I guess it'll cost at least several $1,000s. No way! It wouldn't cost that much to repair it! You can't even buy a new car with that amount! There's no way I can pay that much! I don't have that kind of money! Even if you don't have it, please find a way to pay. You're lying, aren't you? There's no way I can pay! Then the only option would be to use your son's savings. Does he have that much savings? I'm sure he does. But he's stingy, so I don't know if he'll pay it for you. I'll get it from him no matter what. Well then, come here right now and sign the pledge. What? A pledge? If you sign this, I'll keep your husband out of it. I got it. I'll sign. I'll just have to make do with my son's savings. I'm gonna go sign it right now, so wait for me. Zoe, what should I do? My son is so mad at me. He was already asleep when I came home yesterday. I let my guard down. In the morning, he found a copy of the pledge I signed yesterday. He found out everything. He asked me why he should pay for it, and I should explain the situation properly. So I told him the truth, and he got so mad that I've never seen him like this before. He told me he will tell everything to his father.
So what?
What?
It has nothing to do with me, right? About your son's savings, he was trying so hard to save it so he could run away with his side chick. But now he can't do that anymore. You've signed documents my lawyer prepared. We'll collect his savings to pay for the car repairs.
What will you do if my family gets torn apart because of you?
Because of me? It's definitely you and your son's fault. You committed trespassing and theft. Your son cheats. You're truly a terrible family.
My son told me that he will make sure to collect the cost of the car from me. He also wants me to pay for the alimony as punishment for signing the papers without his permission. He cheated and now it's my problem?
I told you it's none of my business. Can you solve this yourself? I don't want to deal with scum like you anymore. I'm going to leave the rest to my lawyer. I have no intention of contacting you in the future.
Zoe, please! Will you reconsider?
Why do I need to reconsider? Don't be ridiculous. You and your son will pay for your crimes. Well then, good luck. As Veronica mentioned, Austin got furious and told his father everything. After that, Veronica was divorced by her husband. Austin paid for the car repair cost instead of his mother, but of course, he later demanded the money from his mother. It seems Veronica borrowed money to pay for that and the settlement money. Veronica, who is already of a good age, has unfortunately found herself burdened with debt. And from now on, she's going to have to work for the rest of her life. As for me, I received alimony from both parties. I heard that after I filed for alimony, the side chick left Austin. Austin panicked and asked me to get back together with him. Of course, I ignored him. I blocked him since the alimony was deposited. From now on, I have no intention of getting involved with the scum ever again.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.